ever tried to paint a horse only to find that regardless of the techniques you used and how many times you gave it a shot, something just didn't seem right? Perhaps there were too many hard edges, a lack of softness in the mane, or the horse appeared flat, lacking dimension. My name is Raczynska and I'm a watercolor artist and teacher, and I've been teaching how to paint with watercolors for almost a decade. I know how to paint realistic animals in watercolor. And in this class, I'll teach you how to layer a horse and make it look realistic. One of the biggest mistakes I see among my students is number 1, leaving too much water after wetting the paper. And number 2 mistake is using incorrect ratios between water and paint. I have a lot of experience as a watercolor teacher, especially with the 2 main techniques, which is wet on wet and then lifting colors. And I have helped thousands of students across the globe to achieve their watercolor dreams. In this class, you will discover how to create soft edges and how to create depth in your painting. You will master the most important technique in watercolor, which is wet on wet. You'll learn about the proper water to paint ratios and find out how to wet the paper before applying colors wet on wet. I will guide you through painting a horse realistically, equipping you with the confidence and skills you need to paint a horse or any other animal on your own. I'll also challenge you to paint a horse after this class on your own. In this class, I'll teach you how to wet the paper, apply colors wet on wet, how to use the correct ratios between water and paint, how to look for the shadows and preserve light for highlights, how to apply masking fluid to create fine lines, how to blend colors, and how to use a brush to create specific brush strokes. I always simplify things and imagine myself as a beginner because I used to be that person. I didn't know anything about wet on wet or lifting colors. So I'd like to invite you to learn with me and experience a new way of learning. Let's jump into art supplies and start with a watercolor paper.